I think some people, like, whenever someone sells a course, there's always that guy that's like, people that can't do, teach. And it's like, no. People that want to make money teach. Also, some people just like teaching. If someone wants to go work for a company 9 to 5, great, let them. If I enjoy helping that person get those skills to go do it, I feel accomplished. I feel like I've done what I needed to do. That's fulfilling to me. I figured we talk about business and side hustle today. So we did a business video yesterday disguised as band again. So basically, this is the same reason. This is the reason why people on YouTube make courses. It's so that they can sell that. They can sell that business. Like Algo Expert, right? Clement has, what is it? Okay, let's take like Clement's business. Someday, he could sell that to somebody. Somebody could come in and be like, all right, we're going to buy your algorithms and data structures courses business. Boom, he can walk away, right? So that's why people make courses, so that you can sell that brand, sell that business, then you can walk away. I don't know if that makes sense. But like doing YouTube every day, all day is fun, right? It's better than a regular 9 to 5. It's up and down, dude. It's an emotional roller coaster until you learn to get off the roller coaster, just not partake in it. I think some people, like, whenever someone sells a course, there's always that guy that's like, people that can't do, teach. And it's like, no. People that want to make money teach. Also, some people just like teaching. If someone wants to go work for a company 9 to 5, great, let them. If I enjoy helping that person get those skills to go do it, I feel accomplished. I feel like I've done what I needed to do. That's fulfilling to me. Is Udemy worth it as a side hustle? No, not really. I would never put any courses on Udemy because unless you give a direct link to your course, you get like $2. Could I start a podcast if nobody knows me? I mean, you can. That's the problem with making a product or making any sort of brand at first. Nobody knows you, so you got to push really hard to get out there and keep going. And you got to keep making content even when people don't show up. And that's the hardest part. When you spend 5 hours to make something and you get 10 views, no one leaves a comment, no one likes, no one does anything, and then you have to keep doing it. That's the hardest part. Also, if you're interested in doing like a one-on-one with me, because I don't answer your question all the way, just link for that is down there. So you get the resume and a templated portfolio that he used to get the 85K job. All right, I'm done shilling, but I never shill, so like I don't feel that bad. And I'm not shilling like some random company either. You still do channel reviews? I sure do. I think we're gonna have designated days. So these are my ideas. Hi, what's up, dude? Mean or Mern? Whatever gets the job done. Web dev bachelor's degree program from ASU. I don't think you need a bachelor's degree to do web dev, bro. Just my Rebel Coder. Are you gonna do YouTube channels today? Not today. So I got my list of stuff here. These are gonna be my stream go-tos for YouTube. Well, yeah, probably YouTube. So we have YouTube channel reviews, calling companies, garbage job hunting, corporate cringe hunting, answering Instagram messages, resume review, portfolio review, business stream. How can you advertise your channel? Don't pay for ads if you're not selling anything. That's a big no-no, in my opinion. Like, you can get YouTube ads, don't pay for ads. But how to advertise it? You got to cross-post. You got to go to places where there's traffic, and you got to intercept some of that traffic. So you got to take your YouTube channel, you got to post it on Reddit. Reddit's going to hate you for it. They're gonna downvote you for it, and you're going to have to fight through that. So pick your subreddits carefully. Go to Facebook groups. Post on Instagram clips with your link in the description. LinkedIn is a good spot. Obviously not for me because I'm banned though. Are there enough opportunities in the internet business as most of the ideas are already executed? Most of the ideas are already executed. I think a lot of people with great ideas would disagree. Do you recommend Fiverr for a couple of months? No. I don't recommend Fiverr. I don't recommend Upwork. I think the best way to do it is build your own traffic. It's the hardest, but it's the most reliable, right? Because if you're on Fiverr, people are coming to the platform and you're hoping you siphon some of those people for your own service. Whereas if you build your own service and you get out there in front of people, people come to you, right? Then you have to like, no, I'm busy right now. I'm booked. Can't start. Do you think it's possible to pay off debt and bills and start your own business at the same time? Yeah, to start your own business, you don't even need an LLC. Honestly, you don't need. You should have one for legal like representation because you can get sued to the ground as a sole proprietor and they could take your personal assets. You don't want that, right? You don't want You need a shield. You need that Captain America shield right here, so they can't take your stuff. This is the LLC, so they can't do that. It's pretty cheap. Are 5-minute videos bad? They're not bad. Like, videos are better than no videos, but 10-minute videos, 10-minute plus is the ideal. I feel self-doubt and being self-taught. Bro, we all feel self-doubt and being self-taught. Good luck with the new hustle. Thoughts on Triple Bite? Triple Bite is rough. Actually, Patrick did it. Patrick from Lambda School, he did it. And he had like 1 or 2 job offers. Have you done remote work for companies that hire people in the EU? Yes. I used to teach code for a company that was in Europe. They paid me once a month over PayPal. The bigger the company, the more likely... okay, this is the rule. The bigger the company, the more conservative it gets. The more hoops you have to jump through to be able to do something and make an individual impact. And I find bigger companies tend to have more cringe. Why don't you code anymore? I do code. I just don't code for a job. That's just, I have this thing called over-justification effect. And that means when you get paid to do something, it's no longer fun for you. It doesn't happen with everything. It happens with some things, and code was one of those things for me. Like, it was fun to learn code at boot camp, even though it was frustrating and hard. You know, I was doing it because I was learning, I was having fun, I was tinkering with things, and then some guy's like, make this new application, which is some ERP program that allows us to connect customers seamlessly. And I'm just like, I don't care about this. You know, it wasn't fun for me. So that's the main reason. So every time I tinker with things, like when I made this scream light on this Arduino, right, where I just yell and it comes on, like, that was fun. It has 0 point, but screaming, you know, like you scream into the mic and the light just lights up. It's like those Monsters Inc. canisters with the little kids scream for their energy. Have you never dreamed to work in MNC like Google or Microsoft? No, never. It was never a dream of mine to work for someone else. That's all. I thought it was. It just wasn't. I do my own thing, you know. I struggle to work from home, but I want to. Any tips to get stuff done? I mean, Pomodoro's, like Rachel here recommended a lot, but it doesn't really work for me. I think setting a timer does, but not like Pomodoro. I don't know. I write stuff down. A to-do list is a big one. What's better for beginners, web dev or software dev? Okay, web dev is a subset of software dev. Software dev could mean make mobile apps. Software dev could desktop. Like, software dev is just this generic, vague term, and then everything underneath it. Recommended video editing software, even for the... okay, so I use Premiere Pro, which is paid, but that's because I have all the Adobe stuff, like Photoshop and After Effects and all that stuff. But DaVinci Resolve is free, and it's okay. If I wasn't using Premiere, I would use DaVinci Resolve. It's Hollywood. Hollywood uses the pro version. There's the non-pro version. Doesn't have watermarks. Doesn't limit the amount of things you can edit. Totally free. It's the best color grading software, editing software, hands down, for free. Why can't you invest in real estate? My business is not 2 years old. So if I want to go buy a real estate, like go buy another house, I can't. The bank is... All right, let me walk you through the process of how that goes. Let's say I find a house and I'm like, oh, I want to put a down payment on that house, and I want to buy it and I want to rent it out. They're going to be like, okay, cool. Where do you work? And I'm going to be like, I work for myself. And they're going to be like, oh, cool. How much did you make? And I'm going to be like, well, I don't really make that much because I reinvest a lot into the business. So I didn't really make that much, maybe like 30, 40K. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to give you a mortgage then. And you have to be in business for 2 years to even get that conversation. So unless I'm making like 400,000 and I'm paying myself 300,000 of that, they're not gonna. And your interest rate on that loan is going to be way higher than if you have a salary job. If you worked a normal job making 30, 40K, still, like, the amount of mortgage they're willing to give you depends on the amount of money you make, right? Like, I can make 200K and then I reinvest 170,000 of that back into the business, buy new equipment, whatever, right? Like, they don't care. They only see after expenses money. So I pay myself no money and reinvest everything. They're gonna be like, you didn't make any money. What subjects are useful for growing a business? You need to learn about finances. That's a huge one. Finances, there's a reason they don't teach you this in school, right? You gotta learn finances, number 1. How taxes and debt work, and how not all debt is bad debt. Have you heard about FIRE movement? Yeah, FIRE movement mainly targets people who work salary jobs. So it sort of works, but kind of, I don't know. The majority of the people on the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. That's what that means. If you're new, you don't know what FIRE stands for. It means people that save up all their money and then retire and live off of like mutual funds and dividends and stuff like that. It doesn't really work when you have your own business, or it works differently. I'm not really interested in retiring and doing nothing, like I'm gonna make a video about this, but yeah. You said you don't like coding jobs, right? What is the best, most efficient way to work in any field of technology? Give examples. Yeah, I don't particularly like working coding jobs, so you could instead of trying, all right, this is my mindset. Instead of wanting to work at Google, why don't you want to make the next Google? Why don't you want to make the next Flappy Bird? Why don't you want to make the next Candy Crush? Like make the next Facebook. When people are like, I want to go to the club, I'm going to party on the weekends. My mindset is I want to own the club. You guys can go have fun and party and spend a bunch of money in the club. I want to own the club. That's just the difference in, you want to work at the business. I want to own the business. So you could think about that in terms of any coding job. What does that business do? Make that business. Do that thing. Make apps, make websites, sell to other businesses. That's just my mindset now. Like, why climb the ladder when you can own the ladder? FIRE for people with businesses is to just build up a company and sell it. Kind of. If you have like a product company. I don't, right? My business is more of like a lifestyle business, so I'm working on making it something I can walk away from. Right now, this is the problem with my business, and I'm well aware of it. I cannot walk away from my business. If I walk away from the business, like if I stop making YouTube videos for a week, it will die, right? Like I can't walk away from the business. So I could hire someone to make videos for me, right? But I don't want to do that because it's like people wouldn't watch. People want to watch for me and what I do, not for, maybe it would take time, but sadly, Josh, innovation is dying. Even if people do create some next big company, the big companies will literally just buy it. Great. The bigger company buys your company. Now you can retire and make another company or do whatever you want. Do you want to grow your company like Amazon or Google, being a billionaire? No, I don't want to manage people. I don't want to have a huge corporation. I don't want any of that. I don't need that much money.